Okay, y'all, I know I'm late as hell, but y'all know it's been one hell of a week. And then it didn't help that this bitch was actually off of work yesterday, and it just threw. It's like one day just fucks up the whole week because now, with her being off that one day yesterday, I am now like 10 episodes behind. I mean, not 10 episodes behind, but 10 videos behind. But yeah, they start off where they left off with judging the girls. Everybody's giving 10s because they digmatize or whatnot. Then they start judging more seriously. Milan ends up having to call out the boys for giving low scores to, the straight boys for giving low scores to the men. So basically that's, Dylan's ass, Miss Chevyville, Tennessee, ends up giving the white girl and this Latin boy a score of 1. Said they wasn't serving it. So the boy ended up going over there giving darn going Chevyville a lap dance, right? And Dylan changed his score to a 2. I said, Lord Jesus. Not a 2. I mean, I would at least gave him a 5. Of course, they end up darn going voting for the old girl that twerked on the pole. I mean, not twerked on the pole. Well, her too, the one that did the tricks on the pole, but the one that danced on the table. Okay, now we 10 minutes in. Relly is over there dancing with the boys, honey. Don't get too darn on excited, honey, because you want to get some bad news later on in this darn show, honey. Okay, so we fast forward the next day. Everybody gather out on the top of the balcony and whatnot. So we 15 minutes in. Oh, mind you, this is a rather short episode this week. It's 32 minutes long. Usually they videos about 40 minutes long, but it's only about 30 minutes today. Shit, we might be done with this in about 10 minutes, y'all. So they darn gonna divide up. Rio supposed to have gone with Gutter, Carry On, and darn going Dylan, but he decided to stay around. I later got irritated by him staying around. Y'all going to find out in just a few seconds. So now they start judging. This is where we get the bad news for Relly. The one that darn gonna danced on Relly, I told you don't get too comfortable, honey. He ended up having a family emergency, so he can't do the video. So they said number 17, and then I think number 9 can't do the shoot, I believe. Let me hear. 17 and 19, the two guys. They said number 10 looked like, no, Moolah said number 10 was giving prostitute vibes. I was like, number one, this is a darn gone raunchy ass video shoot about bank robbers and shit. Of all things, I would think prostitute would go right in theme. And matter of fact, y'all was digmatized by all the girls giving prostitution like numbers, but because she looked like an actual prostitute, all of a sudden, you ain't feeling her. And then he had to add the insult that she looked like a crackhead prostitute. I swear in that moment I wanted to punch the fuck out of darn gone Moolah. And it's like, really? You calling somebody the motherfucking crackhead? Like, you gotta say the bitch was basic, but you saying she give crackhead vibes? Just horrible.
22, because 8 and 17 had to leave.
Let me hear more about what they decided to go with this.
The video, which we don't know yet, so if we want to use like a dancer, I think it would be great. You know, because
he could do the choreography, but not in the video. Yeah, I don't really like him for the video. Yeah, not the video.
Okay, so we'll pass.
What about box number 4? Let me say
So number 3, they're gonna let him go because they like his moves, but they don't like his face. I was like, bitch, y'all ain't none of y'all really no prize like that. And it's like, if he's gonna be in the background anyways, why couldn't he partake in the sheets? So y'all want to use him for a choreographer, but don't want to see his face in the actual video? That's just fucked up. It's like, why can't he just be further back in the video then, and he could still do the moves and shit in the background? Okay, then Rarely ends up revealing to Moolah that number 4, the big booty black chick that made a clap last week, she's a darn gone trans woman. I didn't clock it at first until she was in the back. I said, okay, she's one of ours.
I feel like we should have rules when it came to like literally.
Oh, now this bitch want to be transphobic. Talking about now there should be some rules and shit. It's like, why? So now we darn gonna doing the double standard for the trans woman. So y'all didn't have no, you wanted the darn gonna score the men poorly. It's like, number one, I don't know why darn gone Curtis and darn gone Moolah was even scoring the men. If they knew they weren't going to score fairly, it's like they darn gone score shouldn't even matter when it came to the men. They should have darn gone just been excluded from the men category. Now y'all want to say the trans woman is not invited and that there should have been some rules or whatnot. It's like, once again, and then why? She didn't twerk on you or nothing. Like, she was darn gonna make the clap. She wasn't one of the girls darn. Now I can see if she went over there and was doing the shit like the other girls did, where you was twerk. She got. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Now, if she was over there darn gonna caressing up on the boys, then you can possibly say, okay, she should have disclosed. But it's like, if she just dancing and she's not actually dancing on y'all, what's the motherfucking problem? And then Rio ass decides the darn gonna chime in.
Everybody's in favor for say raise your hand. I'm saying
Okay, it's 3-3. I think they ultimately decided not to go with her, but I'm trying to figure out why in the world the other folks didn't get a darn gonna say in this shit. Then darn gonna Milan tried to say we're going to circle back. Now Moolah talking about, well, we're going to circle back. We're going to circle back to number one. Because he's the only one that voted for number one. But it's deadlocked between this trans girl. And Moolah is adamant in trying to pull rank that she shouldn't be here. For what reason? For what reason? Like I said, I want to punch darn gone Moolah so motherfucking bad in the damn face on behalf of this woman. And then Rio going to say, well, it's not because she trans. She just not the representation. It's like, bitch, number one, why is you here? It's like, didn't you just get fucked up? Jonathan, somebody darn gonna sashay Jonathan back in to whoop this bitch for like the 10th time. It's like, number one, why is you even here making a damn vote at this motherfucker point? Aren't you supposed to be the guest? But see, that production shit ain't saying that he's the official replacement. Darn on Milan pulling rank. This is why we low-key thought for the longest that Milan was part of damn production. Because you just slide your friend in, and now he's darn gone making decisions above people who actually are part of the cast. Because like I said, we should have seen Gutter, Dylan, and darn gone Carrie on make a decision on this. Okay, you can be straight up. We appreciate the honesty, and I want to straight up darn gonna punch you in your motherfucking darn gone Mickey Mouse looking face. That's what I want to do.
I'm gonna go ahead and vote for her. I like her legs, you know what I'm saying? She got a nice face. I like her hair. Yeah, who all votes for number 6, raise your hand. I vote for number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, she got it. Number 6. Box number 6.
And then something else comes up. So Curtis brings up, like, wait a minute. Like, we gotta have at least a couple of dark-skinned chicks in here. We only got one dark-skinned chick, and see, this is where the hypocrisy comes in. Now, Milan, you darn gonna talk about, well, it ain't about skin color. It's like, bitch, you represent the darn gone trade aesthetic and the darn gone most lusted after the darn gone in the community. You don't know the double standards that women face, especially in strip culture, where dark-skinned women have for the longest been overlooked. And for the darn gone light skin and bigness chick, the dark skin chick darn gone gives twice as much, but don't even receive half the attention, because the darn gone trans woman that's dark skinned did better than some of the darn gone light skin chicks they darn gone chose. Yet because she trans and she dark skinned, now granted they didn't chose on the premise of, they say they ain't chose on the premise of skin color, But I feel like there was some inner colorism going on, because it's like y'all did say that, oh, we should have all forms of representation. It's like, okay, then why couldn't you get the trans woman in as far, or just do another casting and see if you can get a darn gone, decent darn gone trans woman in. But the fact that y'all talking about y'all represent LGBT and then not even decided to darn gonna at least do an extra casting for a trans representation. If she wasn't the trans girl to represent, why not do an extra one and say, hey, we specifically want to do, cast a couple extra people and we need some trans girls in the video. If y'all truly don't mind it. But see, y'all allow motherfucking Moolah to motherfucking pull rank, and now I'm just over it with all y'all. But I'm still pissed off at that darn gone talking about it ain't about skin color. If you can't remember her, then she wasn't memorable, honey.
She probably wants to be the only bad bitch in her scene. Oh, yeah.
Honey, I'm country as hell, my damn self. Honey, I ain't never heard nobody darn gonna say lingerie, honey, for lingerie. Really, girl, bye. Talking about he wants to show off the lingerie. Meanwhile, fast forward to Carry On, Dylan, and darn gonna Gutter. Gutter darn gonna tired. She darn gonna lie and say she's scared of heights. She's sleeping in the car. While darn gonna Dylan and Carry On is trespassing, right? Oh, well, she was awake to darn gonna see the skating ring. They darn gonna broke into this darn gonna area where it's a skating ring. They scouting out darn gonna video shoots. Gutter fell asleep when they went to the darn gone mountain. That's when she said she was scared of heights, but she was bullshitting. They decided not to, good reason, because they said, honey, knowing these bitches, they get in a fight and they throw somebody off the damn mountain. Then we get a little bit of a racial moment with darn gone Moolah. Moolah was racially profiled. He's a darn gone dealer. He was transporting a darn gone tinted darn gone car, and no tint is allowed in the state of New York. This is what dreams are made of. Honey, I told y'all those liberal states is But yeah, the sergeants told the officer not to give Moolah a ticket. The officer still decided to give him a ticket. He appealed the decision, brought in legitimate paperwork from the state of New York saying that as a dealer, he has the right of exclusion where he does not have to be subjected to the window tint law. And even with the law, the judge still found Moolah guilty. Now he's having to appeal the verdict that he shouldn't have to appeal in the first place. He feels like he was darn on racially profiled. I'm willing to agree with him. It's just hard to feel sorry for Moolah, and I feel like this is a form of karma for all the bullshit that you put out there, how wrong it is, and I hope he win his appeal, but it's like, I really don't feel sorry for Moolah. And then, like I said, darn gone Dr. Martin Luther King darn gone told you, white liberals are worse than darn gone conservatives, because New York is a darn gone blue state. It's a blue state. Y'all got a blue Democrat darn gone governor. I want to say y'all also have a Democratic mayor. Y'all are fully blue. Just like California, California, California. Well, there's some conservatives in California, but for the most part, those are the blue states. And they have the most restrictive window tint laws. It's the darn gone conservative states that darn gonna do well. Like here in North Carolina, with my type of car, you could have the darkest tint available for the back window and for the, for the actual rear window, the back windows. You can have the darkest tint. You just have to have 35 for the front. But in New York, it looks like they can't have no type of tint. But that is that. fast forward from this, they end up talking about that for a good 3-4 minutes. Okay, so now everybody's back in the house. Really's darn gonna feeling carry on Dylan and Gutter in about the trans woman. They say she gonna darn gonna come. Girl, not that she darn was trying to audition yesterday, and now she playing professional, talking about she see a couple faces she don't know, but you was just twerking for everybody just the night prior. Girl, bye. Talk about trying to live a double life, child. Winning, nothing against you, honey, but these darn fashions are tacky as hell. Okay, Moolah trying to bring Pink Pimpin' back, honey. They said it wasn't him. Now, granted, the red did look better on his with his outfit. But it was like, well, child, that's the most personality we see out of Moolah this whole season. If it means that bitch having on some pink, honey, keep the bitch in pink, honey. But Milan tries to switch the outfits. Now this the irony. The bitch was not even fucking with the pink. Now the old girl chose him for the pink, and he ended up getting the pink anyways. Take it from Moolah. I said, y'all just making shit too damn difficult. Okay, they basically spend the last 5 minutes playing damn dress up. And then we finally see the video shoot. They showed us a decent I feel like next week either must be the season finale, or honey, it's going to be like a good 50-minute, because they end up spending like a good 2 minutes at the end showcasing us what they was doing on set. Like, they got the green screens, they got the locations. Honey, Gutter up in this Nicki Minaj like wig, honey. That was episode 10 of Bad Boys. Y'all give me y'all thoughts. Leave it down below. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.